Good morning. Second. Yeah, good morning, everyone. So now we move on to the last day of this book and would be reading the crux of what we have read so far. This entire book taught us about different aspects of life. It showed us that how we face a challenge, how to come out of it, how to overcome the resistance and the change. And ultimately, for a long period, we also discussed about relationship, work, success, prosperity. And when we started dealing about body, we learned in detail for past 10 years how every thought impacts our body or how a persistent thought can impact a body. So now there are few things we would like to reinforce before we wind up. Today being the last day of the book. Let's go back to one of those chapters again, which will give us the practical tools to deal with such kind of thought or to manage your thought or handle them peacefully. So, what you put your attention on grows. The above shows how we are culturally taught to fight the negative mentally, thinking that we do so, the positive will automatically come to us. It doesn't work that way. How often have you lamented about what you didn't want? Did it ever bring you what you really wanted? We keep on saying, I don't want this. I don't want this to repeat in life. I don't want this to happen again. I don't want him to do it like this. What we don't want, we keep on repeating. And with every time we repeat, the thought is still growing stronger. Fighting the negative is a total waste of time. Now, this is important to understand that when we are fighting the negative thought, because don't, with that, if we start a statement, it's negative. If we are facing that thought, it's just waste of time if you really want to make changes in your life. The more you dwell on that, you don't want, the more it you will create for your life. The things about yourself or your life that you have always disliked are probably still with you. So you might have noticed how this statement is true because over the period of past so many years, I have been constantly reminding myself I don't want this in my life. Now, this can be anything. But as you say, I don't want, you are repeating it. So, what you put your attention on grows and becomes permanent in your life. So, obviously, wherever your attention is going on, don't want this. It's not going on what you really want. So, difference is here. So, your attention grows there, and that's how it multiplies. So, more move away from the negative and put your attention on what it is that you really do want to be or have in your life. So let's turn the above negative statements into the positive ones. Like, for example, how the negative statements I normally, in general, ordinary space, I say, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be old. I don't want to live here. I don't want to have this relationship. I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to be stuck in this job or in this situation. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be unhappy. And the list of don't want is long. So the more you are repeating, you are still there. So there is no change if you notice carefully. The change comes when you start changing the negative into positive and say it as if it is already existing. This is what we do in our affirmations, that I'm slender, I'm prosperous, I'm eternally young, I am my own person, I love my body, I'm filled with love and affection, I'm joyous and happy, and I'm totally healthy. Many more such things. Whatever you want, start saying that instead of I don't want. That statement itself by negative connotation, you are giving it stronger power. So that's why the things which we should do for ourselves is affirmations, which we are continuously doing. Every week we focus on affirmation because that is one such tool which will help you to rewire your brain. So learn to think in positive affirmations. Affirmations can be any statement you make, depending on your need. Too often we think in negative affirmations, and we definitely see the results in that form. So make positive statements about how you want your life to be. However, there is one point that is very important in this, that always frame affirmations in present tense. Nothing connected with past, nothing connected with future, that I will do it or it will happen. No. Believing as if it is your reality in the moment. So, such as I am or I have are the words which you will be using when you are framing your sentences. You are independent to do that, but you do it in this framework. Second important thing, because how to deal with your thoughts, the second important thing is loving yourself. Comes first. Loving yourself, let me tell you, is not selfish. It is very important for you to survive. As I've said before, no matter what the problem, the main issue to work on is loving the self. This is the magic wand that dissolves problems. Remember the times when you have felt good about yourself and how well your life was going. Even if you don't remember a time, you remember the day when you felt good about yourself, when you felt good about the surrounding, automatically the things were falling in place. And even if they were not exactly the same, you were at least balanced in your temperament. Remember the times when you were in love, and for those periods, you seemed to have no problems. Now go back to your past in the space where you felt like that. Well, loving yourself is going to bring such a surge of good feeling and good fortune to you that you will be dancing in the air. Loving yourself makes you feel good. So it is impossible to really love yourself unless you have self approval and acceptance. So, till the time you're doubting yourself, till the time you're not counting your worth, you will not be able to love yourself. So, that self doubt, that self love will only come when you will count yourself worthy enough. So, this is another second important thing. Third is training the mind. And training the mind means self criticism. That is, we are criticizing ourselves first before even anyone points out the finger. That also becomes a very common temperament, because if in the same situation you would have ever given a chance to advise your friend or maybe give a suggestion to your loved one, you would have given a very kind and a gentle suggestion. But when it comes to you, you become harsh because you believe, how can it happen to me and how can I do it? And that criticism is what kills inside. So, self criticism, such as that illustrated above, is just the mind going on with the old chatter. See how you have trained your mind to berate you and be resistant to change. Ignore those thoughts and get on with the important work at hand. Let's go back to an exercise we did earlier. Looking into the mirror and again say, I love and approve myself exactly the way I am. This is a very powerful technique, mirror exercise. Looking into the mirror, talking to yourself sounds funny. People make fun of it. That's okay. But if it gives you that power back, that's absolutely fine. For a minute in a day, you can try on yourself. How does this feel now? Is it the little easier after the forgiveness work we have done? This is still the main issue. Self approval and acceptance are the keys to positive change. So, how much you keep on saying positive statements, but we doubt ourselves inside, statements will not show any result because the doubt and fear will always block the energy. So, first is self approval. We have to stop self criticism, start loving ourselves, and value our self worth. So, starts with self, and then it shows that energy. So, this is the second thing. Then we come to the point where we have also talked about put your awareness into practice. Think thoughts that makes you happy. Consciously we are getting aware that ये नहीं करना है और ऐसा करना है. कॉन्शियसली एफर्ट डालना पड़ रहा है क्योंकि माइंड ऑटोमेटिकली ओल्ड पैटर्न पे ट्यून्ड है, तो वापस वहीं जाता है. तो कॉन्शियसली एफर्ट डालना है, एंड दैट्स वेयर वी हैव टू ब्रिंग आवर अवेयरनेस इनटू प्रैक्टिस. मींस वी नीड टू प्रैक्टिस इट. डू थिंग्स दैट मेक यू फील गुड. Be with people who make you feel good. Eat things that make your body feel good. Go at a pace that makes you feel good. So, ye feel good factor should always be with you. You should carry it in whatever you do. Sitting, standing, writing, sleeping, whatever during the day you are performing, this feel good factor should always be there, whether it is a work or you are at home. Anything is very important. And last, one more important thing, two things I will discuss. I'll just take 2 minutes as we are recapping and just finishing it off. One is planting seeds. Think for a moment of a tomato plant. A healthy plant can have over 100 tomatoes on it. In order to get this tomato plant with all the tomatoes on it, we need to start with small dried seeds. That seed doesn't look like a tomato plant. It sure doesn't taste like that. If you didn't know for sure, you would have you would have not even believe it could be a tomato plant. However, let's say you plant this seed in a fertile soil and you water it and let the sunshine fall on it. When the first little tiny shoot comes out, you don't stomp on it and say, "That's not a tomato." Rather, you look at it and say, "Oh, wow, here it comes." So, exactly, you have to seed that thought in your mind. That's why we say use these positive thoughts. It is in the beginning, right now, when you say that I am calm and peaceful, you are not calm and peaceful. That is the seed you are sowing. But when you start seeing the result, this invisible seed will give you result when you start believing on it. जब तक कोई चीज दिखाई नहीं देती है, बिलीव करना मुश्किल है, पर बिलीव करने के लिए करना तो पड़ेगा. ड्रीम्स में एंड थॉट्स में सिर्फ उसको रखने से देयर विल बी नो चेंज, राइट? एंड द लास्ट वन थिंग इज डिजर्विंग योर गुड. Do you believe that you deserve to have your desire? If you don't, you won't allow yourself to have it. So that deservability inside you should always exist. You should believe that, yes, I deserve. So, whatever comes in life, you need to feel that I deserve to be happy and peaceful. There is no question, and this is my birthright, and I'm definitely going to work for it. So, these are the few things. I think this was a recap of what we can do on practical daily routine life or change our lifestyle, focusing on all these things. With that, we come to the end of this book. But I'm sure this book has given us a very deep insight about how things in life from different segments and elements can be handled with a lot of clarity and focus. So let's move on to the second segment.
Good morning, everyone. So today we are doing visualization, and as we have read about the recap, so one more time, going back to the first that state of the mind or thought where we are able to create everything, but yes, with that right, as we read about seed or thought in our mind, or having the right techniques like these affirmations and gratitude, and of course we can embrace all that prosperity and abundance. So based on this, we will be doing today's visualization in next 3 to 4 minutes. So start sitting in comfortable position with your spine straight and eyes closed, and your focus is on your breathing. Take a slow and deep breath in. Hold for a moment and slowly breathe out. As you're breathing in, breathe in peace and breathe out worries. Let your mind and body relax completely in this moment. Now, bring your awareness to your heart. Imagine a soft golden light glowing within your heart with every breath. This golden light is becoming brighter, warmer, and more expansive. And today, we choose thoughts of abundance. Say to yourself, life is abundant. There is enough for everyone. I am open to receive all the good life has to offer. And now, bring to your mind all the prosperity already present in your life. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the people who care about you, the skills you possess, the opportunities that have shaped your journey. Feel the gratitude for these blessings. And just say to yourself, I am worthy. I am supported. I deserve success, joy, health, and prosperity. With these words, release any old beliefs that say there is not enough. Release fears, release scarcity, release limitations. And now you commit to yourself that I now choose thoughts that create prosperity. I welcome abundance in expected and unexpected ways. Just let these feelings of abundance, peace, prosperity, support grow inside you. Feel it reaching to every cell of your body. And now, slowly wiggle your toes and fingers. Rub your palms. Keep it on your eyes and face. And slowly open your eyes. And with this, we'll move on to our next segment.
Yeah, as we move on to the last segment of the day, and this is the last day to connect with this book and write gratitude. So today is the day to open up our diaries and write gratitude. We have been talking about how we can heal ourselves. So let's connect this approach and bring it on paper. So, what are the things you love about yourself? The things which you do. And here it comprises everything, the kind of person you are, the things which you do for others or for yourself. And even I would like you to be grateful in advance for the things you are perceiving to do in future. You want to do in future, and you are looking forward to, yes, I will start from now on. Basically, all the things you love about yourself, identify, feel that worth. So let's start this self love and this self worth from today, acknowledging the things which you already possess. And if you don't, and whatever you want to, that also you are being grateful in advance. So it's all about you today. Give yourself that priority in the morning. Set your day with this intention that I'm grateful for whatever I am, whoever I am, whatever I have done. So we'll open up our journals. We are going to write things I love about myself. It's almost time. But if I ask you that today, when you got this chance to appreciate yourself in whichever form possible, how many things you could count while writing? There might be many more to add on, but as of now, in these 7 minutes, if you got the chance to pen your thoughts towards yourself, six, fabulous, 10, amazing. I came close to 15. So, this is something which is already existing, and I'm sure it is growing with every passing day. And the list is not end here. It is not ended here. It is still going to add on to with the virtues and the values you have been gathering from all the sessions prior to this. So feel grateful for that. Start your day with this intention that yes, I already possess it. And whatever is missing, I have the capacity to bring it in my life. On that note, we end today's session. We meet tomorrow again, being Friday. We will be getting into a deep session of journaling to see some practical real life changes and start implementing immediately in our life. Thank you so much for your presence. Have a great positive day.